John here. Welcome to another Let's Edit. We're going to take a look at this photograph, and I'm going to show you some things that you might not think that Lightroom would be capable of doing today, mainly with the clone tool. First, before we get to the clone tool, let's clean this image up a little bit. I'm going to be going with a black and white image. I know I've been doing a lot of those lately, but for this particular photo, it really has to be black and white, and you'll see why when we get to the end here. Let's go with a 5:7 crop, and basically I'm just trying to get a little bit of the work out of the way by just doing a quick crop here. So something like this should do the trick. Let's make it a little more vertical there. Maybe we should go smaller. Yeah, let's do something like this. So basically now what I have is 3 windows on each side. And yeah, this is gonna work. Okay guys, so what I'm doing here is I have this feature window. We'll call this the feature window. And then what I'm going to do with Lightroom only, I'm not using Photoshop or anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these other windows and I'm going to turn them into bricks. Everything. I'm even going to take this little piece here and I'm going to turn it into part of this brick building. So basically what we're going to have is just this feature window in like this prison of bricked out windows. And it's going to look like it's the only office building on this entire wall. Now, how we're going to do that is going to be kind of a convoluted process because this is Lightroom and it's not exactly easy to do this, but if you don't have Photoshop or you don't want to learn Photoshop, it is possible. It just takes a lot of patience. The first thing we need to do is go to a black and white image though, because that'll help keep all the color tones different. And I'm going to drop it down a little bit in terms of the blue. If you remember, the original image was had kind of these blue and purple highlights to them, so I'm going to drop those all down just a little bit to darken it up a little, and then we'll get started. So I have my clone tool selected here, and I'm going to be switching between clone and heal. I'm going to probably call it the clone tool for the majority of this, but I will switch between clone and heal depending on what I need to do. Let's just start with something easy. First, I'm going to grab this window here and just highlight it, and that was actually pretty good by Lightroom to just pick this window, and that window's gone. Now let's do the same thing over here on the right hand side, and we're going to hope Lightroom picks well. I'm going to actually change it, pick this window right next to it, and that's looking pretty good. So already we've cleaned up this top row, well, except for this window here. So let's get rid of this one. This one's going to be a little bit more of a hassle. Again, I think, you know, in Photoshop you have so many more tools available to you. You have the patch tool, you have healing brush, and so forth. So doing this only in Lightroom is going to be kind of a challenge, but it is possible to do it. So that's kind of why I'm showing it to you today. So here's a good example of where I'm going to use the heal tool. And you can see by using the heal tool, it actually kind of pulls in more of the tones of these darker shadows on top, which allow it to kind of blend in a little better. But I am going to delete that and try again. I don't like the way that bottom kind of went through. So let's try this again here. And that's the thing, like doing this kind of cloning job, if you will, just takes a lot of patience, trial and error, and a little bit of concentration as well. So let's try this one more time. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We'll do something else. So that's a little better. It doesn't look as noticeable. It's still not perfect, but for the sake of this video, I think we'll be in good shape. But there is a bit of highlight in the top, and I don't really want that. And Lightroom doesn't let you just kind of draw a second clone tool or clone brush on top of one that already exists. But what you can do, it's weird that it doesn't let you do that, because what you can do, maybe there's a way in like using an option key or something, I don't know. But what you can do is you can drag one on top, and now you can see I've selected the heal brush, so it's kind of trying to match it up with the color that's already there. But if I select the clone tool, it's going to just bring it to black, which will work for what I need. So that's good. So now our top row pretty much done. You could spend some time really fine tuning the edge here, but I think we're good shape now. So next up, we got the middle row. Again, this should be pretty easy. Just clone out these windows. Let's grab this one over here. And I'm gonna have to use the heal brush probably. So heal that out, and then we'll do the same thing with the one next to it. And you can see how this is going. It really is a pretty quick process for the most part. I'm gonna do that same window for this one, and we're gonna see how this looks. So that's looking good. Let's grab this one here now, and our middle row will be all done. It's all, funny thing is this whole row on the outside is going to be all the same window. They don't even look the same. Every one of them has a little bit of slight differences to them. Kinda. There's this little spot in all of them, but we'll get past that. Anyway, so now I have kind of a called make. I can leave this little piece in the bottom, which has this kind of industrial sized air conditioner unit or whatever, and a piece of a little restaurant or something. I could crop it out, but then I lose the symmetry of the building. Or I could try and clone it out, and I'm going to go with the clone option. Now this is going to be something that's kind of potentially a problem, but we'll see how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to try and get all of this matched up. So the good thing is that we have some good lines to go by. We have this nice vertical line here. So I can kind of match that up and hope that everything else kind of falls into place. Now, because it's such a big area, my computer might slow down a little bit, especially now that I'm recording. But let's see here. Just need a little bit more. We need that vertical line to be perfect, because that's really where this is gonna be known. Like this really looks like it's off. I mean, yeah, it covered everything up, but you have this little piece here that just kind of chops away at it. So we need to make sure that our vertical line here, this vertical shadow line here, is perfect. And because my computer is jumping around a little bit, it's gonna take a little time. Okay, that looks good. We're looking pretty good. If you looked really close, you could tell that it was cloned. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm happy with it. So let's jump in. Let's do this last little bit here. And again, this is just going to be a very quick job. If you want to spend like an hour on it, you really could go through and probably nail all of these perfectly. Let's do this top little piece here. Maybe, hopefully, you know what? I might have grabbed too much. Yeah. Okay, I don't need that much. Let's just do this little bit here. Is it enough? We need to match up that vertical line again. Make sure our lines are matched. Okay, so we're in good shape. We need to clean this up a little. Okay, first, something easy. Those other things kind of fried my brain a little. Let me just do something really easy here. Let's clone this out. Let's grab this one. Okay. Overall, I'm really pleased with the way this has turned out. Now, there are a couple of things that are very obvious. We have this little piece down on the bottom here, and there's a couple other things that we can clean up. So I'm going to actually clean one thing up right now. I'm just going to quickly jump in, and let's see here. We need to do maybe this. I just want to make it so that it doesn't look so obvious that this window was cloned from this one, because it had that same thing there. and we can clone out, maybe, let's just clone out a couple of these here. Yeah, that's okay. So overall, I think we're good shape. Obviously, there's a little bit of cleaning to do, but again, like I keep saying, for the sake of this video, I think I've shown and proven the point that Lightroom is capable. It has problems when it comes to big things like this, but in general, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with how far this has come in less than 15 minutes. To clean this image up just a little bit more, I'm going to add a little bit of contrast, maybe add a little bit of highlights, increase the shadows. Let's see here. We'll drop the blacks down. I kind of like this, kind of going for like a grungy look. Of course, it brings this this little bit here out a little bit, so we might have to go through when we're done here and clean that up. I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to grab my radial tool here, and I'm going to draw a nice thing for the window, and I'm going to actually drop the clarity on the window by dropping the clarity and using an invert mask. So basically we have reduced clarity on this window, and everything else will remain nice and sharp, which is nice. We're gonna do a nice big feather here, something like this. That works. That just kind of softens this glow of this window up just a little bit. Okay, so overall I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna come in here with an adjustment brush and see how this will work. It's kind of an easy fix, hopefully. I'm just going to reduce the shadows and just paint in and hope that it kind of blends it in. So you can see I'm kind of reducing the contrast, adding a little extra light there, basically trying to blur in the lines, and then I can grab my clone tool again and just come in with a really quick, hopefully this will do the trick, a really quick heel brush, and it's kind of looks like it's magically gone. And then you could do the same thing here, you could do it here, and just anywhere that there's like weird lines, like maybe up here. Overall, it just takes a little bit of time to clean it up. I think this was a very interesting and challenging photograph to work with in terms of kind of doing this kind of thing. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, whether it's something that you would like to try and use on your own. And yeah, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, and please like the video itself. It actually helps me and Growopathy spread out through YouTube a little more. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.